Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Paul Rand. Joining me, as always, is Bernie McDonald. And this is Blasphemous Act from Quark Forge. We're coming to you live today from Bangor Anime Con. We're kindly invited by our esteemed location sponsor, Northeast Collectibles, to come on down, check out his tables of merch. He has quite a bit here. He also has gaming tables, so be sure to check out them too. But either way, we're on the air. So hello. I'm the one who's actually looking at the camera.
Yes, I'm still doing the Discord thing.
Yes, he
I
is.
was looking up cards. So.
And then this is Jimmy. You might remind him from last week. Last week, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Last time is from last time. So yes, we're down at Bangor Anime Con. They do this every year here in Bangor, obviously. It's filled with lots of vendors and some panels. Those were mostly yesterday, I believe.
I think that's what I saw on the itinerary, yeah.
Yeah. They had some famous peoples from various animes, if you're an anime fan. But yeah, it's a pretty cool place. You've been here a number of times, I believe.
Every year since it started.
Yeah. And the group that puts it on also puts on the Bangor Comic Con and the Portland Comic Bangor.
The Pine
State Expo, which is in Portland. And I think they do one in Manchester, New Hampshire now.
Did they expand?
I think.
That's cool.
Pretty sure it's on their website.
I don't remember them telling me about that one.
So, yeah. But either way, it's always a great time put on by the group there. And, yeah. So we're at this one. I don't know if we'll be at future ones. We'll see. That's the future. This is now.
Yeah, my crystal ball's been a little foggy lately.
Yeah, cold weather.
I just thought you needed new glasses.
Well, you know, that too, but...
So, but yeah, so anyway, we're here. We're at AnimeCon, and we are a Magic podcast, though, so we're going to talk about Magic. First and foremost, TMNT's coming soon.
Yes. So much to say about that. It's been fairly divisive from what I've seen. It looks like there's going to be some good stuff in it. But I guess maybe a little bit of history on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Sure. So, you read Ninja Turtles for a while now, probably.
Okay. So, all right. There's a lot.
I was a sheltered child. Let's start with that. I was a sheltered child, so.
I think the first iteration of Ninja Turtles was started in 1984. There have been animated series, comic books, manga, movies, video games, all kinds of stuff. And so from what I've been able to find, there were a total of, I think, 17 different movies and TV series that came from this. And the comic books have been all over the place. They started in 1984 with Mirage Comics, and that ran, I think, until 2014-ish. And then there was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures. That was done by Archie Comics. That ran for a few years, 1988 to 1995, I think. Image Comics ran a series, 1996 to 1999. That one was interesting. If you ever had a chance to read any of that,
No, I haven't.
Splinter got turned into a bat.
Oh.
Leonardo lost a hand. Raphael turned into Shredder. It was a time.
I feel like turning a rat into a bat is a little bit just cruel. They're already considered rats of the sky, so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. There was a Dreamwave Productions. It was just June to December of what I have here, 2003, and then in 2011, IDW Publishing picked up what was originally started with Mirage Comics, and that is still going today. So, it's been a long time thing. It's got a lot of different iterations. Not every Ninja Turtles series was the same as the last one. And in this set, you see a lot of that. Now, I grew up with the original, like the first movie, and by the time the second movie came around, I'd kind of fallen out of it.
We have no friend who, pretty sure they still haven't fallen out of it.
Yes. I've kind of sort of kept up with the comics, kind of sort of. But like my childhood big adventure into the series was like that first movie, the first 2 video games, and the first animated series was a lot of my childhood exposure. And everything else after that was pretty much just nostalgia.
Yeah, I didn't have access to any of that stuff growing up. I knew of them. That was about it.
Okay. So anyway, that's what I've got on the history of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I hope somebody learned something.
Did you read them growing up? Or
Well,
watch it?
I grew up with the animated series from the 90s, so I was a real big fan of that one just because of the art style and the overall pacing of the show. But I tried to backtrack from that point and watch the original movies, and it's quite a shocker when you don't grow up with the first iteration of those movies or the comics before it. So wasn't the biggest fan of those, and it kind of ended my TMNT progression or path at that point. And I kind of just called it there. So yeah, much quicker, briefer stint into the franchise than you. But
So,
yeah, so we have 3 different levels
briefest,
here.
somewhat, quite a bit.
Okay, I can accept that.
And I was trying to look up the name of the real deep cut that Magic has done with this set. There was a Japanese series that they did for I think 2 seasons, and I can't come up with the name of it right now. But I have disappeared on me. The Scryfall artwork for that card, though, but it's a super deep cut, and I can show it to the camera. It's actually a series that went turning all the turtles into giant, powered up like monsters because of crystals, and Shredder like turned into this dragon creature.
So
like they're doing really deep cuts in this.
They took the turtles and they made them Power Rangers.
They tried to. It did not work. Yeah, at one point they all fuse into one giant being.
That had to be disturbing.
Yeah.
Well, it just makes it look like a more buff human, less turtle-like. It doesn't...
So multiple turtles equals
human.
muscle head.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting. So they really went... they went in interesting paths in terms of the properties, different versions they pulled for this. Great card, though. We can talk on that later, but...
Okay.
So they've announced a bit of product for this release coming up.
They've released a bit of product.
Okay, they officially announced a bit of product.
Yep.
Including the new Commander set.
Yep.
And it's called Turtle Power, I believe.
Yep.
Yep. And it is filled with some new cards. Oh boy, is it filled with some new cards.
Yeah, there's a bunch of cards. I like the way they did the reprinted cards. So there's a bit to discuss there.
Yeah. So let me bring out handy dandy laptop here, so I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you got less table space than normal on this one.
A little, but we make it do. Oh wow, the computer literally updated while it was sitting there. Thanks, Windows. You're a peach. Okay.
Do you need to know what your first one is?
No, I got it. It's fine.
Okay.
So the first card from the Commander deck that I wanted to bring up was Casey Jones' Back Alley Brute. It's a 1 red, 3 colorless.
Mm-hmm.
Has Menace. When he attacks, you put a 1/1 counter on target attacking creature. Whenever you put one or more 1/1 counter on a creature you control, Casey Jones deals that much damage to target opponent. So you don't have to actively be able to hit anyone. All you have to do is put on counters, and Casey Jones is just dealing damage for you. No blocking capable. Just 1/1 counters up the wazoo, and yeah, you can. So I have a red deck. I think we've mentioned it previously.
Yep.
And the commander of this red deck, it thrives on 1/1 counters. You put a card into exile, it gets a 1/1 counter as long as it came from your deck, or I mean your library or your graveyard. And it also has ways of making that happen a lot. So if I cascade and get 40 1/1 counters on my commander, if Casey Jones is out, now you have 40 1/1 hits on your face. And there's no blocking it other than, no damage this turn or the one ring, things like that.
Yep, and it is an ability, so unless you counter the creature itself as it enters, it's very hard to get rid of that effect.
Yeah.
Isn't Teferi's Protection, though, where you literally blink yourself out?
Teferi's Protection is one thing that can do it.
That's immediately where I would go with it.
So Teferi, and all of these things are great, but again, Teferi's Protection is a one-time, and this happens every time it attacks.
True.
No, it happens every time you get a counter.
Oh, every time you get a counter, yes.
So,
But being able to cascade that many things, you might have recurable ways of doing it in your deck, but it's not going to be an every turn thing to do 40.
I do have recurable ways to do it in that deck, actually.
No, I said you could have recurable, but like every turn.
Well, there's one card that it's in the graveyard. I can cast it as frequently as I have the mana to do so. And a land to sacrifice.
Yes.
So if I have 3 lands I can sacrifice and the mana to do it, I can run it 3 times.
So run it with Earthbending, and you've got.
Well, it's a red deck.
Yeah.
You can't run them with.
No, it's
See,
a
that's
pure red deck. The commander is a red commander.
So run them as a secondary, not the main. Like
Well, then she could be killed.
run recursion in terms of like make it a green, black, red.
The deck's point is to win in 4 turns. So.
Yeah, it's pretty efficient as it is. Casey Jones would be a good add if you can get it early.
But not a requirement, obviously, for the deck. But
Right.
it is I think it's a humorous add-on. And nothing like a humorous add-on to an already silly deck.
I think it's humorous, and I think it would be moderately effective, especially when you're considering you get to choose where that damage goes. So you can get these counters, attack the defenseless player, and have this damage applied to a different player, allowing you to hit more than one person, which is kind of a weakness of that deck.
Yes, it is a deck that's not designed to be able to be played in multiplayer, but in this case, it could potentially.
Yeah. So, I mean, my next one is my first one, I should say, is very simply Blasphemous Act, right?
What?
It's our namesake.
Keeps coming back.
And the card I think is pretty good, but the art on the Ninja Turtles one is so good.
It is.
It is so good. The art alone is why it makes my list. This is one that I will. What?
I'm not remembering the art on the Blasphemous Act
So
from the set.
it's Shredder
Yeah, it's Shredder
walking away from a secondhand store that he caught on fire.
that he's burning down.
Is it in the bonus sheet or is it in the regular?
It is in the Commander. So we're talking about the Commander deck.
Okay, so I gotta
Cards.
scroll down to that.
Yeah. Honestly, they just so good for the art. I don't really need to say much else about it. Everybody knows what Blasphemous Act is. It's in every red Commander deck that gets printed now.
And I mean, if you're
Or
watching,
Secret Lair.
if you're watching our podcast, I hope you know what it is by now. We do have a few right here.
Yes, we do.
A few. They're a little custom.
Yep. We have some proxies that we are giving away as a thank you to our followers.
As a note, they are not being sold because you cannot sell those.
Right. We do not sell proxies.
We don't want to upset Wizards that much. They're definitely, and on the back, if we show the back,
Yep. If you show the
they
back,
are not
it
the
is-
Magic logo. So
Correct.
we are not taking that copyrighted anything from it. Yeah. I like them though.
Yeah, they're nice.
All right, so
Very thematic.
let me plug the old laptop here again.
Oh, do you need to know what your next one is?
I mean, it helps if I can see it, I suppose. Yeah. So we got continue. Oh wow. Okay, fair enough.
Oh, great card.
Continue with a question mark.
Love it.
It is 1 white, 1 colorless. It's an instant. Choose up to 4 target creature cards in your graveyard that were put there from the battlefield this turn, and then return them to the battlefield. So,
Huge
the simple, basic way to view it, initially, first thoughts would be, oh, I just blocked with my good creatures. They got walloped by an 8/8 that came out of nowhere, whatever that thing was called.
There's a million 8/8s.
The one on Friday
The one on Friday.
that Greg played.
Oh, one of the Eldrazi?
Yeah, it was some 8/8 thing.
Yeah. The 8/8 part wasn't the scary part.
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. Anyway, so it comes in, it wipes our board. We just lost all 4 of our decent blockers. Continue. You're back. Just throw it a quarter.
Yeah.
That's the basic version, but there's more advanced ways to use it.
So one of the things about it is it calls out 4 creatures, and that interacts really well with a previous mechanic from other Magic stuff, the party mechanic.
And isn't it up to 4 though? Also.
It is up to 4,
So
so
you
you can target any number up
Yeah.
to that point. But there are cards that say if you have a party, and the party specifically refers to creatures that have the wizard, warrior, rogue, or cleric type, things happen with those cards. And then there are other ones that say full party, which is another thing, still about those, but you need to have 4 of them specifically. And this card allows you to maintain that because you can pull those out of the graveyard after a board wipe. So any party-themed deck is going to get a lot of value out of this card. And it's also very thematic for the Ninja Turtles.
Very. Well, also the question mark at the end of continue is just a great arcade classic reference.
Yes.
Yes.
It'd be really funny if whenever someone played that card, they also threw a quarter on the table.
Okay, it's not an unset. Where
Yes, they did tell everybody that you cannot play with anti-cards.
Can't play with what?
Anti-cards.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Again, before your time.
yes.
Ante was a mechanic in the original rules where after you took your starting hand, you would flip over the card of your top card of your library. Winner of that game kept both cards.
it used to be you fought for your cards.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
And fairly early on, they said, hey, we're getting rid of this. I think there were 13 cards that specifically referenced or interacted with Ante, and those are all banned in every format. And so, yeah.
There's some
Ante-
interesting pieces on Magic history that you should dive into as being the newer player of the. Like I'm still new, but I love going into the history of it.
So throwing a quarter on the table, I don't know, it just threw me back to, hey, put down your card.
And speaking of bringing back, though, I wanted to reference how much of an increase it was to the power creep level, because from the Avatar set that just came out, this card type has been there before, but brought back from the bonus sheet is choose up to 2 target permanent cards in your graveyard and return them to the battlefield if they had gone to the graveyard this turn. So it's just doubling that power. Yes, this is permanent, so it's not necessarily creatures,
Right.
but it's still the power bringing back 4 creatures from your graveyard.
Right. So let's talk about a couple other nitpicky aspects of these cards. What is the mana cost of
2.
bring back? 2?
2 white.
2 white. 2 white is important.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. This is a 1/1, 1 colorless 1/1
Right.
for the continue.
So it is easier to get this one into a multicolor deck.
Yeah, no, power creep. I'm
Yep,
saying,
absolutely.
I'm saying like this is by far like they by miles went further.
Yep. What are the card types? What card type is continue? Is it instant sorcery?
It's instant.
It's instant speed?
Yeah. No, and this is instant too, but that's
Okay,
what I'm
so-
saying. This
okay,
is
well,
like
it's not
continue
like-
is flat out like
Yeah,
power
it's-
creep to the max.
Just a straight up upgrade.
They turned it up to 11.
But that means with 3 white and 1 other, you can bring back all 4 Ninja Turtles as well as Casey Jones and April.
or
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
Shredder and what's his face?
Krang?
No, the boss. The turtles met.
Splinter.
Also,
Splinter, there we go.
think of it this way: if you ran this card brought back along with Continue, this is up to 2 permanents. So you could also, from that board wipe, you could get an artifact, you could get an enchantment, you could get something else on your board, say 2 of them plus the 4 characters. So these 2 together are going to be a really powerful combo, even though the power creep is so much better on the Continue. But collectively,
There's nothing saying you can't run both.
yeah, which I think that's going to increase the value of this card specifically to run them together.
Yeah, probably.
But should have bought it earlier. I didn't finish the Eternal set of Avatar. I just finished the regular standard set.
How dare you?
I know. Those dang bonus sheets, man.
All right, so if you're going with Continue, I suppose I should go with my next one, which is Game Over.
Yes.
Game over, man.
Game Over is 2 black, 3 others, and it is a board wipe. Okay, destroy all creatures. But it costs 2 less to cast if somebody has a life total less than half their starting.
Somebody.
Doesn't matter who it is.
And that is so much easier in Commander to achieve.
I mean, just need Shredder to hit once.
Well, no, it's not just that, but you use your life total as a resource so much more freely in Commander as opposed to in Standard. So, like, you really have a lot of options of letting people drain themselves even to get to that state.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. By the time you need to play a board wipe,
Yeah.
At that point, usually that means one player is far enough ahead where you're like, okay, I need to equalize this, sacrifice my board state, and bring them down, right?
Is it affecting all?
It is. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure.
'Cause if it excludes
It is
you
destroy
too-
all
okay.
creatures. So by the point that happens, usually they've had enough play where somebody's been hurt.
And it's black, right?
It is black.
So if you're playing a sack outlet deck, you can just sacrifice all your creatures right before you would do the board wipe too, get the benefit from it. Or if you're doing black white, play Appa. Airbend all your own creatures off the field before the board wipe.
Yep. Or for the same cost as you would be to cast the spell, you can game over and then continue.
That's better. That's better.
It's almost like it's written to be that way. I mean, that is what it says. Game over. Continue.
Yep. So
Dang, that's-
I think it's
They're
definitely
making
worth
some powerful
mentioning.
black white in this set. I didn't,
That would have been. No, I have a terrible idea. I don't want to give Wizards the idea. We're not going to say it. We're not going to mention the idea.
Tell me later.
Okay. Yep.
it made me instantly though think of with this game over and continue. It made me think of the card that is most likely not in this because I didn't look at the deck list for this Commander deck, but the Dark Ritual was Splinter. I mean, yeah. It was
I think we brought that up last
we did,
time. Yeah.
but it made me think of it
Those-
again
those
because it's
olives.
just, well, it's so referential. I don't know if we talked about it last time, but that card, I didn't realize it was referencing the original 2 artworks separately, but also referencing one of the original texts where it says something about increasing my power. But they changed the verbiage.
Oh, the
to
flavor text.
Yeah, literally flavor text because pizza.
Flavor.
But
Yep.
but yeah, the 2 different arts that they used to reference in the same photo, it just like they're doing so many callbacks in this set to things that I really like that. Like the set itself, I'm not thrilled on a lot of the artworks for what they are, but in terms of the references. I don't even want to talk about that one, but no. But some of the other, like the command. Okay, going to Secret Lair for 2 seconds here. The commander plate for the Secret Lair, or no, the bonus sheet cards. Like they look bad. Something about the gooey nature of like cheese and like putting it on things that are. It's not magic. It's not in my opinion.
Well, also, I don't know if you've had a pizza recently. They don't typically put nacho cheese on it. They put, mozzarella or cheddar or whatever. It's something that stretches, not goops.
Yeah, they're stretching the truth in terms of what a magic card should be.
And what cheese should look like. So, yeah. So that was game over.
That was game over.
Game over. Yes.
Yep.
So, all right.
As the card, not for us.
No,
we're still going.
We're not over yet.
and my many tangents.
So the last one, it is a reprint. It's technically Steel Brain Hydra, but it's called Slash Clone, and it's 2 green and an X. When this creature enters with X, 1/1 counters on it, and then 2 and green to remove a 1/1 counter from this creature. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. So the idea that you have a card that lets you continuously destroy artifacts or enchantments would be nice to have, because I find myself needing to destroy a lot of them and not having enough ways to do it.
Yeah, having a recurring way to do any kind of board interaction is really great. And that does allow you to get 2 different types. A lot of things with the recurring board interaction are just one specific thing. It does have kind of a limit on it, because you have to decide how many counters you're putting on it.
Right.
But
If you
in
have
a lot of modern decks, you can continue putting those things on.
Right. I mean, it's green. So if you have a deck with Bristly Bill, and you just like, okay, I'm doubling his counters this turn, and next turn I'm using all those extra counters to, destroy. You know,
Yep.
especially if you play against people who like to make it expensive to attack or to draw a card or to breathe.
Yes, any kind of pillow fort deck is gonna get hurt by this, or any of the tax decks too.
Yes, those ones.
Yep.
Now, mind you, the ones I primarily play are online or on Fridays, one or the other.
Yep.
Way to reference Thunder Junction.
Oh, well, you know, it's one of my commander decks online, just Bristly Bill. And I opened half a box of it with my spouse, who got the other half, for Valentine's Day. That was our Valentine's Day gift. It was half a box of Thunder Junction.
Cool.
That's how you share the love in the Magic
Yep.
world.
That's one way to do it. I've always said there's no love in cards, but yep.
Yep. Well, they didn't love that I got a card that they want, so, you know.
Hey, you know what? That's an experience. That's the ability to trade with your spouse
That's true.
and get that extra level of Valentine's Day interaction.
Yeah, it was that, I showed you the card. It was a green something rebirth or something like that.
I don't remember it.
It was good for landfall decks, is what it was.
Oh, okay. I remember which one now. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I did not open much, if any, Aether Drift, and definitely almost none Thunder Junction. So
I mean, you did on Friday.
just a couple packs, but I will dive in more. But Marvel and Strixhaven, I'm going to go much more into opening those.
Yes, Strixhaven.
Mathemagics.
Mathemagics,
I'm so
everyone.
waiting for it, and I'm so ready for that card.
And then come
Yep.
November.
I'm also ready for a lot of the spoiled cards from Marvel set, though. Some of those are going to be amazing.
Absolutely. I would dare say incredible.
Yeah, I see where you're going with that.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a very hulking reference.
Yeah. I do like our banner. Never mind. Okay.
You tried.
I tried.
You tried.
There was an attempt. It was one of the attempts of all time, as one of our friends would say.
Hey, if you keep trying and eventually get it, you might be an Iron Man.
Oh. You're saying I'm trying to iron it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Puns, you gotta keep them in your life, Vern.
Yep, sure. They're ever present in my life.
Yes.
Mostly because of the company you keep, but you know.
It's my own fault.
It is quite literally a company.
Well, he can't control the fact that Greg is part of it as well, but
I mean, he's on our cards.
Yeah, he is.
the quote, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
he's the quote.
Flavor texture.
Yeah.
It's very similar to something he said when we filmed the intro.
Seeing you do that made me cry.
It's also similar to what Bernie said when we filmed the intro.
More like what I did
Yeah.
as we were filming that.
We had to bring a lot of tissues.
What context did I just miss?
Filming the intro, Blasphemous Act.
Oh, because people were crying.
When that picture,
I was like,
that
why
video
did you
was
need
happening.
tissues? Like, I was just so confused for a second.
I mean,
Like,
I've had a cold. I have a real.
No, I just zoned out on this, and that's where I came back into hearing, and I was just like, I don't know the context.
Yeah, all those cards that are there, the ones that are on the table, the ones that are in his hand just being destroyed, those are all mine. And it brought a tear to my eye.
Yep.
Well, was your choice.
Absolutely was. The things I'll do for my viewers.
You heard that, viewers. He'll do anything for you.
Almost
anything.
I admitted
That's
to
not what I
Paul
said.
recently that
Check with his lawyers.
the first time I've ever damaged a card was about 2, 3, 4 weeks ago. I don't remember what it was, but
Yeah, but you didn't damage it. First.
no. Okay, so my dog damaged it first. It was also a common, so I wanted to see the blue core because I've never done it before. And so since it wasn't a super valuable card, but it still it took so much effort for me to tear that card because I couldn't bring myself to ruin a card.
He also doesn't do enough hand exercises.
Yeah, super weak, Just, no, it's hard to make yourself destroy a card.
I don't know. I found it pretty easy.
Okay, for some of us.
Yeah, I'm with Jimmy on that one. It's
Here, Birdie,
difficult.
pass me a land.
No. I know what you're going to do with it. Ugh. All right, I got one more to talk about from the Ninja Turtles Commander.
Okay.
This is a creature. It is Ray Fillet, Wave Warrior.
Ray fillet is a fish.
Is a fish mutant.
Oh, okay.
Yep. It is 2 and a blue. It's a 0/2 flyer with Evolve.
It's a flying fish.
Yep, it's a flying fish. And again, Evolve is when a creature with greater power or toughness enters the battlefield, it gets a +1/+1 counter. And then it also has, whenever a creature you control with a counter on it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. It's pretty simple, but it's card advantage. It's relatively inexpensive at 3. It's recurring card advantage, importantly. It can have multiple triggers in a turn. And if it's blue, it's blue, right? So you can put this in any Simic deck that's going to have a ton of counters anyway. You can put it in, let's see, white decks tend to have counters. So blue-white is I can never pronounce that one.
Azurius?
Yeah, that one.
You can also do something with a bit of red in it.
There are some things that in red that do counters. It's just not as...
Is Golgari red and green? And
Golgari's red-green.
Well, it goes
Red,
well
green.
with the previously
No,
mentioned.
Golgari's green-black.
Goes well with the previously mentioned Casey
Okay,
Jones.
so no.
What's that?
It goes well with the previously mentioned Casey Jones.
Right. Anyway, my point is this is a good add to any counter-based deck. Unless the counter-based deck is from Lorwyn, and that's the wrong kind of counter. But
Kill all your
actually,
stuff.
technically, it just says a counter on it. A -1/-1 counter still works.
Oh.
It is still a counter. Could be a flying counter or a shield counter, like with Captain America.
I still need to refine
Absolutely.
that deck, but I'm...
Well, I'm talking about the new Captain America.
Oh, I still love my Secret Lair Captain America deck. That's just...
The new one gets shield counters. So.
Yeah.
Oh, he's definitely going to go in my other Captain America deck.
Captain America's going to be in your Captain America deck. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. Well,
Will
there are
he be
80
able to-
million turtles in this set, and there were 80 million spiders in the last set.
Now, if I recall,
It's like-
there is a card that allows you to throw a creature card.
Yes.
Isn't it called Fling?
Yes. So technically, you could throw Captain America in your Captain America throwing deck.
The image on that one's a goblin with a catapult, right?
Minor details.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
Or a ballista. It's one of those two things, but...
It'd just be funny for you to throw Captain America in your Captain America deck.
Especially because Captain
They-
America has
they
the
will
ability
probably
to throw
print it.
Yes.
his equipment.
They
Can you
will
make
probably print it in the superheroes as a bonus sheet card
You can make creatures into artifacts.
with some
can't
sort
you?
of like fastball special type
Minimally.
art to it.
They're going to print a lot of good stuff, I think, in the Marvel set.
Yeah.
Which I think is to your chagrin, because I don't think you're too... I think you're thrilled on the mechanics of some of the cards that have been shown.
So as far as the Marvel stuff, it has a better fit for me than some other things do. At least in the Marvel universe, there is magic. It exists,
Yeah.
right? If you're talking about a universe coming into magic where magic does not exist, Now I have a conceptual problem with it.
And visual. Again, those pizza lands.
Yeah.
The city jump lands are better.
And we can talk about the same problem that's going into TMNT that went into Spider-Man. One, limited set. The size is much smaller, so it's harder to draft. And then the second aspect of it that I really am not thrilled about is that just like all the 20, because I thought originally it was like 5, but like the 20 filler cards they had, City Pigeon, the guy in a chair, all those, there are similar recurring themes in a TMNT set. There's like a box of donuts or something, and there's there's these stupid things that are just like you just wanted to make an extra card.
Okay, so there
I
is
say
that.
yes and no, because there are token cards or cards that are like Bagel and Schmear. There are already cards like that, so just they're reskinning it. Is what it really is.
It wasn't a reskin card though. It didn't
No,
have-
it's similar.
similar,
Very
but that's
so-
what I'm saying. If you're making a technically newly mechanical card because it isn't a remake of a prior card, why make something so?
So it wouldn't have bugged you much if it was a remake and had the original name underneath or something.
Yeah. If
Okay.
it had the remake underneath, like it's like okay, you're doing something quirky, but when you're making a new mechanical card, even if it's very similar to something else, why? Why are you making something that is just so blatantly
So one thing that they did with TMNT
mundane?
is the Sword of Hearth and Home.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Sword
I
of Hearth
actually,
and Home. There's a
I really-
beautiful version
I
of
really
it.
hate it. I hate the pizza cutter for it. I
I
hate
know.
it.
Well, that's the thing. There's a beautiful version of it in the Lord of the Rings set.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's an
That's how to do it
absolute
right.
gorgeous
How to
card.
do it right.
Yes.
And it's remade, and it's beautiful. And then they did a pizza cutter covered with nacho cheese before the Sword of Hearth and Home and TMNT.
And exactly on that point, I just picked up at a card show yesterday. I picked up Sword of Light and Shadow from the Assassin's Creed set. It is beautiful, and I already pulled from my box of Assassin's Creed from a few years ago. I pulled the Sword of Feast and Famine. Gorgeous. Those are how you do a Universes Beyond Magic staple card right. And TMNT is.
And it's not like there aren't weapons that you could use from TMNT.
Could have been the hockey stick from frickin' Casey Jones.
Well, that's one Hearth and Home, I suppose.
I think they might have gone with a different sword for that
I'm
one.
just saying, like, they have different things besides a pizza cutter.
Yes.
Again, it's going to the mundane. Like, yes, I understand pizza's a staple of the TMNT.
Well, here's another thing, though. I haven't seen a lot of TMNT. I've seen little pieces here and there. That's it. But don't they always order their pizza? They don't cook it at home. They don't even have a
It's
pizza
always
cutter.
ordered, yeah.
They don't have one.
Also, they could
Well,
use
I
the
don't-
katana. they
I'm
could
going to
use
reference the first movie here, right? The very first movie, they did a thing where they threw the pizza up in the air, and Leonardo cut it with his katanas, and a slice landed on Splinter's head.
I
They
do remember
ordered
that
that
scene.
pizza.
They ordered it uncut.
It must have. They must
Why is
order their
New
pizza
York? They have
uncut.
special
Because they
pizza
want it
everywhere.
fun. They want
It's got to be. They order it uncut because I don't. What was it? Pizza Hut or Domino's?
Oh, that was a trivia question recently, I think.
No, I
Like-
have no idea.
They must. But either way, both of those companies cut their pizza by default.
Yeah.
Also, the amount of the 90s cartoon that I grew up with on it, they picked the slices right out of the box cut. So they changed it with that at least.
Yeah. It could also have been a situation where they got a single pizza that slipped through the cracks and didn't get cut. That's happened to me before.
I suppose.
But
But they have bladed weapons. They don't use a pizza cutter.
yeah, that's also a valid point. The pizzas come cut, and when they don't come cut, they do it with a katana, not a pizza cutter.
They're turtles. They don't care if a little
Yeah, they have
blood's on it.
4 weapons. Like, okay, you're not going to use nunchucks.
You're not going to use nunchucks to
Watch
cut a
him
pizza.
try.
You're not going to use a bow staff to cut a pizza. You can try to cut it with a sai, I guess, but that's really.
It might cause us to give a real big sigh.
Yeah, I walked into that one. So
I want to point out he doesn't have a sai in this set. He has a jitty or something like that.
Uh,
I
in the
apologize
series,
for
I will-
pronouncing it wrong.
I know what you're trying to say, but they did switch them in the comics and series sometimes. So,
Sometimes,
So
okay.
he has used both.
Well, they did have an explanation on it. Something about talking with Nickelodeon about it, but
I don't remember the rationale, but it might have been a purposeful change.
it was supposedly more authentically Japanese to his Japanese martial arts training or something like that.
And their Renaissance names.
Yes, those
Yeah, try and
Italian
make that make
Japanese martial arts. You know how it is.
So yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of things that I think they did right in this set, and there's a lot that is kind of cringeworthy.
I'm just saying, I'll take a bagel to Schmear again. I like bagels. Ooh.
Nope.
They can do a brand deal and have bagel bites. I don't actually know what company makes bagel bites,
I don't either.
but
Sorry, I'm distracted.
either way, they're tasty. So, ooh,
Hi, little lady.
Sorry, child on set.
yes, we will just yep. So,
Okay, go back to mommy.
What was our next thing that we were going to talk about? I don't have the thing
I
over here.
grab the laptop right here. No, there was.
Oh, right.
I mean, it might have been Marvel.
So Down the Road and Marvel Heroes.
I can merge down the road first because I have a thought on what they're going to do with Marvel in terms of either this set or the next one.
Okay.
They just brought in so many mutant cards with TMNT.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
think they're going to bring a lot of X-Men in, probably in the next set, because they're going to do 6 sets.
Well, they have to. They have to have one for Soul Stone.
One stone each.
Per stone, rather.
So I think down the road, they're going to make a very heavily, hopefully within the same 3-year time span for it to be standard to coordinate, but they have really mechanically connected mutant cards already in TMNT that they're building, so why would you not take that opportunity and seize it to make something synergistic?
Yep.
Deadpool, I assume, was a mutant card when they released him.
Is he?
I don't think he was.
think
I
he
own
was.
that card. I don't think he was.
It seems like a
Now I got to check, but
huge oversight. So, yeah, I mean, it's
oh, you are 100% right.
It would make
mutant
sense.
human mercenary.
Oh, okay. Cool.
so they absolutely they have to release, because they've only released the Soul Stone, Spider-Man, and then this one they're releasing the Mind Stone, which already exists in
The name.
Yeah.
The name already exists.
So no clue how they're doing that one, but
And maybe they're just going to reprint the Mind Stone.
yeah, the
I would really hate that.
it would feel
I would
underpowered.
not appreciate it, but
What it should be.
they might.
Yeah, it just wouldn't fit the aesthetics of what they just did with the brokenness of the power
Soul Stone.
Soul Stone.
Yep. So there's a lot there, but the card itself already exists. They've made it a point to not print the same name on cards. So they might print it as Soul Stone instead of the Soul Stone.
I liked his thought.
Soul Stone TM.
Tia.
It's not the same. It has a TM.
I thought it was pretty funny.
Or all rights reversed, something like that. Copyright. Or who's best known for the Soul Stone?
For the Soul Stone?
Yes, who's best known for it?
I would say Thanos, but
Besides Thanos.
No, there's a hero that goes into that plane, the Soul plane, like a ton.
I mean,
Adam Warlock.
Warlock.
Adam
So
Warlock.
they could
Okay.
do Warlock's Soul Stone.
They could,
Or Adams.
but they already did the Soul Stone. So.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Mind Stone is
Mind
Vision.
Stone. Vision. That's right. Vision's Mind Stone. That's what they could do.
they could.
But then you're kind of curtailing it when they inevitably do a gauntlet that like synergizes them all.
Okay.
Because if they don't do that,
Vision's
Biggest lost
decapitated head.
okay, and that's more in the cinematic universe. Like there are so many ways that
They didn't
those stones.
decapitate him. They crunched his head in.
And in the comics, they're originally called gems. So
Yeah, I really think that they're just gonna, like, I forget what the original one was, the Mind Stone, if it was the Mind Stone or just Mind Stone, and I think they're just gonna add the
Or
or
take it.
remove it. I think that's the easiest way to handle it. It's not the same
I think
name
it is called
technically.
Mind Stone, and they called it the Soul Stone, so they probably thought this out ahead, and it probably will be like all the.
I don't know that I'm willing to give Wizards that much credit.
Wow.
Fair enough. Fair
Wow.
enough.
So, speaking of that, we showed that there's only been so many cards announced so far
Apparently
Yep.
20.
from that set. The one I'm looking at that I think would be useful is because I like defensive cards. And in there is Invisible Woman. She's 1 white, 2 colorless. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you've cast a non-creature spell this turn, create a 0/3 wall creature token with Defender in reach. So as long as you cast something that's not a creature every turn, you get a free extra Defender.
Yeah, you get a free body.
Well, she's coming directly from the commander deck. So,
Is she?
yes, that's one of the commanders.
So it is. Oh, it's an actual commander.
Yeah,
Look at
that's one of
that.
the commanders for the decks. So in terms of the card list, like that one's going to obviously be built in a way that's very
Right. Well, I'm
supportive.
still allowed to like it.
No. I'm not, yes. Not,
And then whenever you attack, you
not
may
dismissing.
pay red, green, white, blue. When you do, target creature gets +1/+0 to end a turn for each creature you control that and can't be blocked this turn. So if you've got a bunch of those defenders out there, whatever you're giving attack power to is going to get quite beefy.
It's true.
Assuming you have the 4 colors, because that requires everything but black.
Yeah. So I've always had an issue with 4-color commander decks.
consistency.
Yeah, it's the
Mana drop.
consistency issue. Once you start getting much beyond 3, it gets hard to manage your mana.
I like to do it because of the challenge. That's why I like to do 4s and 5s.
Yeah.
Because I don't play to necessarily win. I play to have fun. And that is the difference between me and definitely Bernie.
Right. So, but here's my thought on it is, if you have a 5-mana commander deck and you're not getting the mana that you need for the cards in your hand, you're not even really playing. You're more observing with a life total.
You're having a wonderful opportunity with friends.
Yes, but you can do that without playing. You're literally just observing.
Yeah,
at
but
that
then you
point.
feel left out.
And I do feel like with the amount of variety of lands they're doing now that have the ability to fix that, because now they're doing 0-cost land drops that let you choose a color when it enters. And if you have
Right.
4 or 5 different ones of those in your commander deck,
Yep.
plus the tri-lands, plus different 2-cost stones or whatever else to I think they're coming to a point where you can fix the base enough where yes, it's not going to be a 4, it's not going to be a bracket 5, but having a fun 2 or 3, I think you can have a more consistent.
And there are a bunch of those lands in the TMNT commander deck.
Right, they're in the TMNT commander deck. They have all 5, don't they? Of the thriving lands.
They must. Yeah, because it's a 5-color deck.
So I'm not saying that it cannot be done. I'm just not. I know it's not at a point where I
It's
would
not
do
Bernie
that.
approved.
I would not do it because
doesn't
I don't
get
think
seal of approval.
it's at the point where it would be fun.
You know, it's not the Bernie seal of approval. It's the what's that? Like one thing knocks into another, then
It doesn't
Rube
get the
Goldberg.
Rube Goldberg
It's
seal of approval.
it's not the Rube Goldberg Bernie seal of approval. It needs to have all the pieces that fit so beautifully to make something just fall into place.
Yes, like
Because all the prep is what makes it.
a week ago Friday where you're like, oh, everyone, you just don't get to have anything. 5 people? Was it 5 people you held at bay? No.
Yeah.
It might have been more.
It might have been 6. Yeah, it was
Yes,
6.
you were holding 6 people at bay simultaneously that no one was allowed to have cards. Just, you have some land, that's about it. You got a creature out, bye-bye. That'd be cheapers.
Yeah, it's how you play Arch Enemy.
It was so nasty, his wife told him to be nicer.
Yeah, I was not allowed to play a control deck this Friday.
So did you guys pick Marvel cards to pick from?
Yeah, I just mentioned one.
No,
Yeah.
like many or just.
Just one.
I have
20.
one.
There's
Okay.
only 20.
Yeah, but out of the 20 they released, I'd say 5 of them are like
Well,
auto includes to those color single like decks if you're building something with those mechanics.
Well, he's about to mention his.
Yep. So mine is a Bruce Banner and the Incredible Hulk. You can't not say this one. Okay, so Bruce Banner, 1 blue. It's a 1/1. 2X and tap it to draw X cards. You can activate it as a sorcery. On the field, that's tap power, right? Now, here's the kicker. It doesn't have kicker, but it's also a two-sided card. So this has 2 green, 2 red, 2 others. Transform it. Play as a sorcerer. Okay? On the other side, you have the Incredible Hulk, which you can play for 2 green, 2 red, and 2 others, right? It's 8/8 reach trample, and whenever he is dealt damage, you put a +1/+1 counter on him.
Are you going to say the card that I think you're going to say as the combo piece for this?
Probably. If it's attacking, untap him, and there is an additional combat phase after this phase. Okay. There's a lot to unpack here, but it's really easy to infinite combo this. You're probably thinking Call Traps. Yep.
Yeah.
As soon as you drop Call Traps, every attacking creature takes 1 damage when it attacks. That's infinite attacks with the Incredible Hulk. Every time it gets a +1/+1 counter, so by default, it's not really depleting its total, its initial life total. It's just escalating in power every time it attacks.
Yep.
That's, unless somebody can remove it or block with enough to kill
Game
it,
over.
effectively, that's game.
And I do have one blocker for it, and that's Venom.
I just bought that yesterday.
Oh, did you not?
Yeah, at the card show. I bought only 3 cards: Sword of Light and Shadow, Anti-Venom, and...
Yeah, but I drew Venom. I didn't have to buy it.
No, I drew one. I wanted a second.
Oh, okay.
Right, and I'm not saying that there's no counterplay, right?
Well,
he's not indestructible.
neat.
He's susceptible
The
to
counter.
removal.
Yeah.
Of all the counterplays, Venom is probably the best choice because Bruce Banner hits with 8 Venom, soaks that up, and gains 8. So he's only incrementing 1.
Hang on, what's Anti-Venom's power toughness?
I forget what he starts as.
Is it 4? I can look it up in a second.
It's not very big, but after the first hit, he's more powerful.
More powerful, yes, but he doesn't get all 8.
It's a 5/5.
Okay, he would get 5. Because it tramples, only 5 gets assigned to the creature. The others trample
All
to
right,
the
so
player.
it would take a few turns.
It would take a few turns.
But he would eventually become the stronger hand.
Right. So that is something to consider. Is
Which for all
it's
those...
not exactly he's not going to absorb all 8.
Fate chimed in, said it was 5/5 as well. So
Thank you, Fate.
Fate also has access to my card. Don't mess with it, please.
So there's another big thing to
Only
this, right?
depends.
The Incredible Hulk. You can cast it as the Incredible Hulk for 2 green, 2 red, 2 others, which is the same to transform it. But when it starts getting to the point where he's been removed, he's been blocked a few times, people don't want to deal with it, you get that commander tax up, you can cast him as Bruce Banner too.
Yeah.
And then transform him for the same cost that it would cost to...
He's a legendary. It's a dual commander. I didn't know you could do that.
Yep. This
I
is
never
a
thought about
red,
it.
green, blue commander.
Yeah.
Funky.
So this is... I don't know. I think that this one is going to have a big impact on the game.
And
I
it
like
already
it.
spiked up Caltrop's price, so...
Yes, thankfully I've already got some.
Oh, some.
Yes.
Maybe I can purchase one.
Maybe.
For a steep fee, I'm sure.
All right, so...
What's your... Oh, did you have...
I did Invisible Woman.
Okay. I don't know which one of mine to pick first, because I love a couple of these a lot. I think it's just self-explanatory, so I'll just say in terms of, like, we'll move on. The Coming of Galactus, the saga. Like, if you have ways to do manipulation on the counters for the saga, you're just gonna have such a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
So that one, again, look it up. That one's self-explanatory. We don't need to go too much into that one. Creates a 16/16 on the end saga. And in the whole process, you get to, do a couple fun other pieces of destroying stuff.
Right, and I don't have that in front of me right here, right now. Okay. Oh, it's green-black.
Yeah. No, it's...
Apparently he
Okay.
has it right in front of him right here, right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plans forming in my head.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a fun card for someone who wants to build.
I love the fact that there's green in there.
Yeah. And the fact that it gives it flying and trample once it's on the field. And it's a token, so you can, maybe duplicate a token or two here and there.
It is a legendary token.
Aren't there ways around the legendary
There
rule?
are ways around the legendary rule. You
Their-
just got to figure it out.
Their name is the Master.
Okay. Well, the Master Multiplied is its own beast.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Boy, does Greg have plans for that one.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
He does.
Yeah. Another beast, Moon Girl and the Devil Dinosaur.
Okay.
That one's going to be fun. It's just a 3-drop of a 1, a green, and a blue. And it's whenever you draw a second card each turn until the end of turn, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur have a base power and toughness of 6/6, and they gain trample. And whenever an artifact you control enters, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. So basically, for a 3 cost to start a game out, it doesn't have to be a commander, but if you can get that out on your turn 2 or 3, you and basically just have a 6/6 available to you
As
fairly
long as you
consistently.
can cast an artifact.
Fairly consistently, though.
Yep.
Like, you make it into one of those deck styles. And that, to me, is just a powerful ability to have, or power level for a 3-drop
Yep.
for early game. So I think that one's going to see something that's not a 4 or 5, again, tier list, but it's going to be something that I think will be a real fun piece to add into a 2 or 3 deck.
So it is a Simic card.
Yes.
So inherently.
And I love Simic, so that's also why I think I picked that one.
Right, and blue jives well with artifacts. It
Yeah.
really does. So I think it's going to be fairly easy to build around, and it's a draw piece, right?
Yeah.
You can just
For
tack
that
that
alone,
in.
for that
and-
alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's got a lot of utility to go forward with.
Yep. I agree.
And then I'm also one of those people who never makes my white decks work right, but I love doing it all the same. This is who I am. And I think the Century Golden Guardian is going to be a really fun card.
It's a unique. I mean, it's not that unique. I've seen something like it before, where it's in my. I want to say it's in my Edge of Eternities deck, where you create something for the opponent to fight your creature with.
Yeah.
But
yours is indestructible.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah. So I don't know if you've seen the card. But
It's-
the
yes,
Century.
Yes, I have seen this.
The
Yes.
Century creates his opposite, his antithesis,
Right.
for your opponent
Right.
for free. Here
Yeah.
you go.
But target opponent too, so you
it's
can really...
one opponent.
You're
This is
strategizing for everyone to be...
this is a bargaining chip.
Yes.
You and that opponent hold each other at bay because you each got the indestructible creature that can block
This
the other.
is such a negotiation, diplomatic
Yes.
tactic, and that is why I like this, because for white, that's my biggest issue usually.
What I'm hearing is you should put that in a hug deck.
You can.
Yeah, I don't know if I would focus on a hug deck for this one.
No, I'm saying you can just slip it in. It's an extra thing you can slip in.
Yeah, I think I would focus more on putting this in a token or angel deck. If you had an angel deck built around this where you're creating a lot of indestructible aspects for your own team, you're creating life gain, you're creating a lot of things, so if they do end up attacking you, you're getting benefit out of it no matter what, and you're not losing pieces on the board.
I will mention, speaking of angel decks, the Lorwyn Angel deck that we had on the show, that was my copy of it. I have used that now a number of times. It is missing a lot of indestructible. As
Yeah.
in any indestructible.
Right. That deck could benefit from a few key pieces.
Yeah.
Definitely a pre-con.
Well,
No,
it's
it's
one
certainly
of
a
those
pre-con.
where if you want to build an angel deck, it is a good starting point.
Yeah. I mean, it has your Lila Dawnbringer, who's a key of most
Yep.
angel decks. It has 2 copies of her too. So
Yep.
you have a
And that's
spare.
nice.
For like $25. It's pretty good.
So we have a Magic the Gathering podcast going on we call Blasphemous Act. Yeah.
So a couple copies of Lila Dawnbringer, a couple copies of, the other various major staple angels for $25. You get the lands, you get some green for some reason. I know it feels like a mostly white deck they threw green in.
They just threw green in it. I didn't.
Yeah.
They
It's
threw
a
a
white green deck.
changeling and a rabbit primarily, and some Land of War elves. If you want 4 Land of War elves, there you go.
Yeah, it does get you your playset. I don't know. If it was me, I would probably change it to mono white. Throw in a few key white pieces.
Yeah, it does feel
Maybe
very much like a
Addison.
white deck. They made white-green for the sake of matching the pirates being a 2-color deck.
Yeah. If we have an open.
The pirate. No, we have no idea what's in the pirates.
So this is my last one though, and it's Dr. Doom, and I think the only
Okay.
problem with this card, I think the only problem with it is I don't think the mana cost is right. I think
I
it's too
would
high.
agree.
I think the rest of it is a beautiful card, and if they made this a 4-drop, like I think a 5 is still also not quite fitting what it needs because it's a 3/3 with all those things. Yes, it's a lot of value you're getting, but I think a 5 is still too difficult to play.
Yeah, I think
So
that
I don't think it looks enough like Robert Downey Jr.
Moving on.
I'm also gonna plug. It's fairly easy to cheat in.
Yes, so that is why I still included it, because if you have the ways to make this on your board at a cost-effective rate, great draw value. I think the cost of 1 life in a commander game is so worth it.
Absolutely.
And you're also getting the ability to create robot villain, Doom bots, right?
Doombots.
Yeah. Create 2 3/3 colorless robot villain artifacts. Yeah, like amazing.
Yep. And if you're playing that in a black-green deck, maybe not as a commander because you can't do that. There's so many ways in green to ramp the number of Doombots that you're getting.
Yeah. No, again, great card. I just do think that the mana cost was a little
It's a little high.
You know what? As I'm saying it, I'm wondering why it is that high when it is a Mythic Rare. Because usually the Mythic Rares have the better aligned mana value too.
Maybe it's a commander card.
No, this isn't from one of the set.
Ah,
This is a set release card. Like this is not
Ah,
one of the 4 commanders. The commanders are just the 4 Fantastic Four.
really?
Yeah.
No, because there's also a Captain America commander deck.
Oh shoot, the Fantastic Four deck has 4 commander options.
Oh,
yeah.
that makes more sense.
Oh, maybe there is the Doom one.
There
Maybe
must
I'm
be a
totally
Doom
just
one.
so focused on the Fantastic Four.
What does
that
it say? Does it have the little thing on the bottom left side?
It's just 95 in the set. So yeah, it's
Well, which set does it say?
M. Isn't that the Marvel?
No, I don't, because the commander sets have a slight...
Wouldn't it be like Eternal? Like, isn't the commander sets usually like
Well, you pointed out...
supplementary?
you pointed out that... What's her face?
Yeah, whatever hers is.
MSC.
This is MSH. So yes, this is the main set. This is not from the commander product.
Weird.
So Marvel something Heroes, and that one's Marvel Superheroes, and that one's Marvel Heroes Commander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
So that was weird, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
The cost, you're right, the cost is high. I do remember looking at it and thinking, ooh, that's a bit of a miss.
but still playable. Right
I think
circumstances.
it's playable if you have ways of cheating it in.
If you're the right person.
Otherwise, I do not think you're going to get a whole lot of its value in
Because
in
it's
a
too
commander
late game if you don't.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, there was a card, I think it's in the Turtles set, that it's relatively inexpensive, but it lets everyone play a free spell on the first card of the turn.
I'm not remembering that one.
It's going to be blue, obviously. Let's see.
I'm
Thankfully,
also not remembering this one.
I linked the commander deck to myself. Let's see. Do. He just has the letter. So it would be. I mean, maybe it wasn't a Turtles one. I'm thinking the wrong thing. That's possible.
That sounds a lot more like something along the lines of the Mathemagics, where it's like they're just creating ultra powerful blue spells in Strixhaven. So maybe you're a set ahead right now.
It's just Magic's MO.
Power creep.
Super powerful blue spells.
That's why all the memes online are always like everyone combining all the colors, then blue puts their hand in, and it's like you could get on out of there.
Yeah.
Or the other version of the memes where it's the one that no one likes to play, where it's white putting their hand in, and it's like you can get out of there.
Well, even back in its origins, right? You have the Power 9.
Yeah.
It's 6 artifacts and 3 blue cards.
And then after that, even I forget the cycle of the 5 cards that were all really great. They were all the same mana cost, but white's was so atrocious. I think it was like gain 3 life because it was the lightning bolt. It was deal 3 damage.
So, okay, yes,
Draw
Lightning
3
Bolt
cards.
is 3 damage. The Ancestral Recalls draw 3 damage. Dark Ritual
Get 3
generate
mana.
3 mana.
I think it's gain 3 life.
The white one was Healing Salve, gain 3 life or prevent 3 damage.
Yeah. So horrible. Like white just got totally.
And then green was Giant Growth.
Which
Creature gets +3/+3.
I like it back then. I think it was good. I think now it's so.
So right now it's okay. As a combat trick, it's still 1 mana for an instant.
Yeah, you toss it in with something like Tifa, or you toss it in with something that just has a lot of ability to have some power.
Right, it's not going to make the cut for most decks.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for an efficient, straight up power buffing card, that's what it is.
But I still don't think it holds a candle to drawing 3 cards or the.
No, absolutely nothing does. There's a reason draw 3 cards for 1 mana was in the Power 9. And
Lightning Bolt is.
Lightning Bolt is not.
Yeah. Hey, there's 3 damage for you. I'll use my healing salve.
They counter each other.
They do, but Lightning Bolt has so much more utility than heal 3 or prevent 3. In my mind,
Yeah.
I think it has way more utility.
Well, okay, heal 3, yes. Prevent 3, that's a little different. So it's a mechanic that's not used a whole lot because Wizards wants games to go fast.
Yeah.
But if you're talking preventing damage, now you're talking, okay, that infect doesn't happen to my creature. That infect doesn't happen to me. That first strike damage no longer kills my creature kills yours.
Yeah.
Okay. Prevent is a whole different beast than life gain.
Side note, I just realized as we've been talking, that stack of cards has been in front of you this whole time.
Yes.
Were you intending to give those out to people who walk by? Because you've had a lot of people looking at the table, and
Yeah, so these cards are meant as a thank you to our followers.
okay, so if any of the followers swing on by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why we told everyone where we were this time.
Yep.
I'm in the back alley of a Domino's Pizza.
And we're using the sword of Hearth and what is it?
Hearth and Home.
To cut,
Yeah, on
to
that
cut
note, I'll head
these pieces.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, we are giving out some thank yous. Yep.
And we did show them earlier.
Yeah. Well, what else do you guys have? Because there's not a large set list for Marvel release yet.
Yes, and that's kind of why we were only doing the one each, is because we don't know how big the set's going to be.
No, but the cards released again.
But
Some
they've
great-
released some banger cards.
And then we already had the conversation before we started. I really think the art style on the bonus sheet is just chef's kiss.
Art-wise, yes.
Yep.
Yep.
No,
I
we agreed on
agree.
that point. We agreed
Yep.
art-wise, we wouldn't want to see it in a game against us.
Nope. It's just it's too confusing having all of the things everywhere. But
Yeah.
if I were collecting the set, I would want every single one of those.
Yeah. They're great.
Well, all right. Do we have anything else on the docket here?
No, other than we probably should mention again where we are so that people can come check out our location sponsor, Northeast Collectibles. They've always been very kind to us.
Yes, they have been fantastic.
The owners actually walked behind us a few number of times today.
Yep.
Not Jen, that was some other random person. But anyway, so yeah, thank you for Northeast Collectibles, our location sponsor. Come down to the Bangor Anime Con. There's still a number of hours left. They have a lot of vendors here, not just Northeast Collectibles, but we are at one of their locations. I guess they have another one in there, which is where all the magic cards are. Currently, we're surrounded with Pops, mostly. And some other that sort of collectible.
Yeah, I'll be swinging in there right after this.
Yeah, so yeah, come on, check it out. This has been Blasphemous Act, Season 1, the special Bangor Anime Con episode. Yeah.
Yep.
Have a very good rest of your con, everyone, and we'll see you next time for some more TMNT, I am sure, with our...
We've got the pre-release coming right up. We're definitely going to be covering Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
And the guest we're bringing on is a big fan.
Yes.
Big fan.
Big fan.
So, with that, adios, everyone. If I can get the mouse working again. Nice.